Welcome back. Monster Hunter World.
Never thought we'd find her in the Coral Highlands.
I never thought we'd find her, period.
Combination of miracles for a subspecies to emerge. At least that's what the scholars said.
I know.
All the same, she's in remarkable condition.
She's in remarkable condition, I agree. Good thing I captured her.
She must have grown somewhere rich in nutrients.
I agree.
I might know where that is.
It's the bigger, better boss. See this? This is gray hair boss. This is taller, grayer hair boss.
I must say.
I got Rathalos hair.
Would it have killed you to help?
Dude, he's like physically like a head taller than he is.
You seem to have
Or at least 3/4 of a head. Dickhead.
Here, I brought you some souvenirs.
I'm bigger, stronger, better than you. I'm like your big brother. But not literally, probably.
Where'd you get them? You know where you drove off, Big Ugly?
Yes.
Well, there's a spot further in there. And it's just loaded with these things.
Why would it be loaded?
It's like there's this energy pulsing inside them.
I don't know about that.
Wasn't just me then. I'll wager they tie into this whole thing.
And look at his arms. Oh god, he's so jacked.
Well,
And he looks like he could fucking lift a Raytheon by himself.
If you're with me, any of these jaggy brains up for a
Jaggy brains.
These two.
Stop throwing me into problems.
What?
Heh. My perfect teeth for living out in the wilderness.
I'll be at the tunnel.
Tunnel?
And don't you keep me waiting.
I'm gonna punch you in your
I hate
gut.
waiting.
Have fun. Don't
Have
die out
fun, said the other hunter guy. Thanks, dude. Eventually I'm gonna have to switch up this armor. I've been wearing it a little too long.
All right, partner.
There,
Time for an
Ardoozy.
exchange
The
in
Ardoozy has
And well
returned.
said, don't be late.
Alright, we're back up here in the custom chef choice platter. We are going to fight a monster, but we are not actually going to continue with the actual quest. Because the quest is the Everstream, and I'm not ready to go there yet. So instead, we're gonna fight a, what's it called? A electric squirrel. The electric flying squirrel thing. Toby Kadachi. That's the name. Why? Because we haven't fought a Toby Kadachi yet. He's part snake, part flying squirrel. All pain in my ass. Anytime he goes up on the tree, you either knock his ass out of the tree, or you need to get the fuck away. Because he does stun. He does not KO damage, but stun damage. Make sure you pay attention. They look the same, but they are different. One is electric based. One is like getting your brains rattled and your skull based. Throughout most of these playthroughs I have been... Oh, I'm both. I'm both electrically stunned and I'm knocked out. Wonderful. This is where you typically use a nullberry. I don't believe in nullberries. For the weak. Not literally for the weak, they're just... I just never seem to feel that they are all that important. I've never been so heavily punished for having electrical blight that I felt, hey, I really should carry some nullberries to help negate that. Also, there's a Rathalos around somewhere. I think I just fucking saw his shadow go over my skull. And it made me sad. Made me nervous, that is. I mean, his head literally looks like a snake's head. You know, with the little pointy things coming up out of his head, you know, to help him smell or whatever. Sense. But the rest of his body for the most part, looks like some variation of like a flying squirrel and a lizard. You know? Anywho. Running after the monster. Don't really like... So, one of my big complaints about this stage is the running around shit. You know, the level is not only... It's not terribly wide, but it's very tall. And there's a lot of maze-like areas that requires you to sort of chase things around. I complained about this with the Raytheon. We are now collecting new footprints for a new pink Raytheon type monster, but it's not pink Raytheon anymore. It's probably some variation of a subspecies, or it could technically at this point, based on the fact that they did introduce some monsters later, it may be some variation of a very powerful DLC monster, which I don't want to mention right now because I don't really want to start running into him because he's a pain in my fucking ass. I hate... He's like what's his face? Shit. I want to call him by a different monster name. Great. He is, I can't remember his name now because it's been a minute since I last saw him. But he is the fire dive bombing monster that fucking has all those little like seed pods underneath its chin and tail. I'll remember his name whenever I'm fucking in the middle of fighting this monster here. There it is. It's basil geese. Remembered finally. Yeah, the geese is fucking annoying as shit. Because all of a sudden you're fighting a monster and then you hear dun 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 dun, and then all of a sudden he comes down, he smashes you and usually wipes you because you don't have full health. He's a fucking nightmare. And if I'm not mistaken, he can appear in... He definitely appears in the Wildspire Waste. Or the... I'm not Wildspire Waste. The... Rotten Vale. He definitely appears in the Rotten Vale. I think he also appears in the Wildspire Waste. And he may also appear in this fucking area as well. Oh no, no. Wildspire Waste, the upper portion of the Vale, and the Coral Highland. I think those are... I don't know if he can appear in this. Maybe he can appear in all the areas, who knows. It makes sense if he could. Fucking pain in the ass. Alright, we've dealt with a number of the monsters that were in low rank. We're gonna need to move into... trying to think who we've missed so far. Who have we missed so far? Odogaron, yes, I forgot about him. We already got the Gyros, Rick Gyros, Radabon. Odogaron would be the last one in this area. We haven't done Legiana yet. We'll have to get to Legiana eventually. We did do the Suzaku and the whatever it is. I keep wanting to call it a Polomalu. We did Raytheon. We haven't done Rathalos yet. We haven't done Diablos yet. So Raytheon, Rathalos, Diablos, Legiana. I think that's it. I think that's it of monsters that we fought in low rank that we haven't fought in high rank. So I will make a list once we get off this episode. I'll make a list of monsters I still need to fight in real life, and then we'll go from there. And then obviously there are other monsters we are being hinted at that we haven't fought yet, i.e. Basil Geese we've run into, but I have not fought yet. I don't know if I'm quite ready to fight him yet or not, or if I should continue to evade him at every turn. This is definitely one of those monsters. Every time I fight him, I think, I gotta go back to Sword and Shield. I gotta go back to Sword and Shield. Because I'm so used to fighting him with SNS. Because he's very fast. He's got a lot of like, okay, I'm jumping. Okay, now I'm swiping. Now I'm jumping back. Now I'm gonna do a backflip. Now I'm gonna attack you. Now here comes a dive. Here comes a tail whip, you know? Like that. You know? So I'm so used to getting in there with Sword and Shield and sort of just reacting to what I'm about to, you know, what do I see? Okay, he's got his fangs. He's got his, you know, he's about to lunge at me. Here comes the tail attack, you know? Whereas with any slower weapon, like the one I'm using, like greatsword, like longsword, it's harder to predict, particularly when you don't have any sort of way of blocking. Even greatsword gives you the ability to do sort of a weak block by holding up your sword as sort of a shield type thing, but longsword, this doesn't seem to have any sort of defensive options to it. Which is fine. I'd say about 50% of the weapons seem to have some defensive options, whether they be the spear, one of the two spears. Sword and Shield's got it. Great Swords technically got it, and charge blade has it. So that's what, 5 of 12, with obviously 3 of them being long-range weapons. Also, nothing like carton. We're not switching weapons though. I refuse. I could. I mean, I have the ability to switch to baby explosive weapon and just just sort of destroy this, but I'm gonna adjust some armor here. Don't need fire protection against him. Trade window's nice. Health boost is nice. Defensive boost nice. Survival expert's pretty good too. Not gonna lie. I'm not really gonna get the kind of defense I want. I mean, Raytheon Mail's good. Gives me a little extra defense. That'll help to negate the fuel effect. So even though I've got less defense, I don't have to worry about my health ticking down like it was previously. The rest is sort of pointless. Health boost is good. What you're looking for here is you're looking for some variation of a health boost, or the anti-bleed. Defense boost is always good. Not really any divine blessing's good, but there's nothing really specific to the Doggeron other than try to prevent bleed that you really have to worry about, which is sort of odd because at least in the vanilla version of Monster Hunter World, there's not another monster that I can think of that does bleed. It's hard to believe, isn't it? Then again, I guess it shouldn't be hard to believe because there's only one or two. Well, there's only one monster I can think of that does, for each element, that is Frost Blight, Thunder Blight, Fire Blight. There's really only 1 or 2 monsters that really do that to you. Fire Blight being, I think, a little bit more common than say Frost Blight that, at least in the vanilla version, is only dealt by Legiana. Fire Blight, a little bit more common. You've got your 2, you've got your Raytheon, your Wraithlos, your Adjanath, and then we're going to run into some other monsters that are somewhat fire-based that might do Fire Blight to you. So it's a little more common. Strangely enough, some of the stuff with some of these monsters, I wouldn't necessarily say luck based, but it just seems like you're in the right position at the right time to deal damage, or you're in the wrong position at the wrong time and you just take too much damage. Like right now, he's a little worn out, which is good. The monster naturally goes into an exhausted, point where he's exhausted, and that gives you some openings to attack him, or you trip him up, what have you. Sort of the natural progression of things. One of my favorite things to give my Palico, it's really not important. It's not a great weapon or item to give him or her when you're doing a very difficult fight. But if you're grinding out materials, one of the best things you can give your Palico is what they call plunder blades. I don't think I've got plunder blades yet to give my Palico, but it allows him to basically hit the monster, and it allows them to drop random materials. Now they're not going to drop, probably, I don't know for certain, but I don't imagine them dropping anything super important. They're not going to drop a gem or any really hard to get material. However, they do sometimes drop base materials, uncommon material. So, I don't know. I don't know what that is. We do need to kind of finish off the Odogaron now. He's either resting or he is waiting for me to attack him. And I'm fine with either one. If he's resting, I will hit him with strength bombs and capture him. If he is sort of meandering about the miasma, I will just murder him. So, we will see. Stopping his bomb. Did the Greek Gyros just pass me? Or am I mistaken? He's over there. Okay, never mind. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference when you're looking at Gyros as they run by you. Sometimes it's hard to tell if you're looking at a small Great Gyros or not. It should be obvious, but like I don't feel like the Great Gyros is all that big, much bigger in comparison to the regular Gyros versus Great Jaggeris. You say, okay, that's a very big Jaggeris. I don't know. Alright, he's headed back to his hovel. He's got the ability to hop in these little transporty holes. He'll basically send them to his sleeping cabin thing that I can't get into. Which is fine because I've got my own, at least in terms of this area, I've got my own little sneaky holes that I can travel between areas. One in, I think there's at least one, if not two, area that allows you to quick travel between, say, the beginning section top area and the bottom area. Alright, we're gonna capture his ass. Gonna do it the easy way by break bombing him first, and then dropping the gold or the thunder trap thingy. Anyway, we've captured the Fanged Wyvern. Head back to our area. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, I'm actually going to cut the episode here in just a moment. So I hope you guys all have a good one until the next time we talk. So until then, I hope you have a good one.